give yourself the next 60 minutes on your mat and you will feel better. You will feel stronger and you will just feel more stable and more capable to carry on with your day. Really, it does work. Get and stay strong. Get and stay strong. That's what this practice is. It's a strength practice. It's a strength practice that helps you build muscle, and that helps you build confidence and resilience. And I'm not talking He-Man strength. I'm not talking, looking huge and getting really muscular. No, I'm just talking about functional strength. The functional strength that keeps you moving, that keeps you flexible, and it just keeps you stable. And all those things are really, really important for you to live your best life off of your mat. And we all want to live our best lives, don't we? We want to stay mobile, and that's what we're going to do. Hi, I'm Jan. This is 316 Yoga. This is your yoga from home. I think that's the best part. I'm thankful that you tuned in. I'm thankful that you're doing this, and I hope you do it every day. Carve out that time for you on your mat from the privacy of your own home to just do. And whether you're here for 10 minutes, just through the little warm-up, or if you stay for the whole thing, you're improving, and that's what's important. So just stick with it. Adjust your pace. Do this practice to your pace. Nobody else. You're in charge of you. You know your body best. Do what is right for your body. If something hurts, back out of it. Don't do it. Take it to a lesser percentage or don't do it at all. You could be seated in a chair and doing this practice. It's all good. It all works. You modify to make it work for you. All right, the word to think about as you practice is this. You've got it. You have it. You've got courage. Courage, I thought this was interesting. It's the quality of mind or spirit, and I thought that was an important element. The quality of mind or spirit that enables you to face your fears. Just try. It helps you step out. Courage helps you step out of your comfort zone and just do something different. And oh gosh, we've all built those walls of our comfort zone, haven't we? Let this be a moment where you just kind of explore that courage a little bit, because you are courageous. Really, really. Believe it. Do it. Have courage in your soul, in your mind. Get going with your yoga. All right, so here's the props you're going to use today. Maybe you're going to be near a wall, so you could do your Chaturanga Dandasanas against the wall as opposed to on the mat. It alleviates some of the pressure in the body. It alleviates some of the pressure in the arms. And if you're don't have that strength quite yet, doing it against the wall is a great option. You could be seated in a chair as well doing this practice. You can do a lot of it in the chair. It's all good and it works. A strap, if you want to use that for things like our boat pose and our bow pose, if you're familiar with it. An eye shade or a little hand towel. The towel you can slip under your knees, but both of those are lovely at the end of your practice for your final shavasana pose. 2 yoga blocks, or those little half-size blocks are great too. Just have your props, use them as you want. Think of them as bringing the ground up to you. Have some water handy. You're going to want that to wet your whistle. Let's get started. Come on up to standing. And as you're doing this, lock a stress number into your mind. What's going on? How do you feel? Scale of 1 to 5, 1 to 10. How stressed are you? Let's let that stress go. All right, take a deep breath in through your nose. And a big audible let go, sighing breath out through your mouth. Put your hands on your hips. Let's take a pose of confidence. All right, feet a little wider than hips. Hands on your hips. Elbows back and down. Chest is lifted. Take a big breath in and a big breath out. You are strong. You are stable. You are here to stay. All right, let's come up onto our toes. Lift on up onto the balls of your feet as you come up onto your toes. All right, here's where that wall could be. You could have your hand against the wall for balance. You could have a chair and be having your hand on the chair for balance as well. So you're going to lift and lower. Calf raises. And as you're doing this, you are strengthening your foundation. Your feet, your ankles, your heels. Breathe. Into the nose, out through the mouth. All right, maybe lift up a little higher. You play with this. Tweak it so it's right for you. Maybe stay up on the balls of your feet. Try to keep your heel right behind your toes. And lift and lower. I'm starting to feel it in my calves. Embrace that little burn. Maybe come down onto your heels, lift your toes up and give them a wiggle. So just find your feet. Find your foundation. It's the base of our courage, right? All right, so I always like to think when I put together a practice, 3 things. Is it safe? Is it effective? And is it fun? You gotta enjoy. So when you look for your practices and whatever you do, be sure it's safe, Be sure it's effective and you're getting the results. And have fun too. If it's not fun, you don't stick with it. All right, calves on fire. Mine are. Bring your heels down. Lift your toes up, give them a wiggle. Big breath in. Big breath out. Plant your feet comfortably on the ground. Maybe bring them in a little bit more. Lift your arms high up to the sky. Tadasana, extended mountain pose. Fingers are lifting. You're rooted into your feet. Breathe. Interlace your fingers. Send your palms up to the sky. A gentle palm tree pose. Sway from side to side. Chin away from the chest. Little bend in your elbows might feel good. Think about it. You could be seated in a chair doing this. You could have been doing the toe, heel calf lifts in the chair. Breathe. Just do. That's the most important thing. Sigh it out. Let it go. And let's finish. Come back to the midline. Maybe send your palms higher up to the sky. Bring your arms down by your sides. Place your hands at your low back like they're going into pockets of your pants. Squeeze your elbows towards your spine. You're looking forward. Take a big breath in. Lengthen up. Exhale, let the air go as you push your hips forward and look up, up, up toward the sky. You don't have to go very far. You're just taking a little back bend, moving the spine in this direction. Let's move it in the opposite direction. Exhale. Let the air go. Fold forward. Hands work toward the earth. Look down toward your ankles, your knees, or up toward your belly button. Breathe. Hands can reach toward the ground. They don't have to touch. Give your knees a wiggle. Just shake it out a little bit. Don't stress over your yoga. Your yoga is enjoyable. Breathe. After this forward fold, reach your arms to the side. Stretch them out. Come on back to your extended mountain. Lengthen up. Now do arm circles. To do that, just circle your arms nice and big to the back of the room. Once you get the groove going with the arms, add in the legs. Bend your knees as the arms come down and straighten them as the arms go up. So just wake up the knees, wake up the shoulders. Take your arm circles in the other direction. Keep the knees going. Big arm circles, or maybe they're little arm circles. Breathe. Getting the blood going, waking up. All right, arms down by your sides. Let your shoulders rest. Maybe close your eyes, or not, and take that big coat swing. Arms are heavy. Look over one shoulder then the other. Take a little controlled twist here. Breathe into the nose. Sighing it out through the mouth. It's so hard in an in-person class, to get everybody to sigh it out. Nobody wants to make noise. But you're home. You're doing it in the privacy of your own home. Make any noises you want. Big breath in. Big breath out through your mouth. Sigh it out. Make some noise. Feels good. All right, arms are heavy. Nice controlled twist. Slow it down. Finish up. Let's go into ragdoll pose. Hinge forward. Hinge forward, fold forward. You're looking at your feet. Toe heel them so they're hip width distance apart. That's 2 fist widths. Give it a measure. Bend your elbows. Send your hands to opposite elbow creases. Let the crown of your head hang toward the earth. Really try to look back up toward your belly button as you let your shoulders, your arms, your head, your neck decompress. Little bend in your knees might feel good here. Try it. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Your belly's going to push against your thighs. Exhale. Let it all go. Start to sway gently from side to side, left to right, bringing the elbow back toward the knee as you just loosen and decompress your low back. All right, let's get started. This is our warm-up. Maybe that's all you can squeeze in today. That's okay. Maybe take it one more pose. Walk your hands forward. Let's come down to our mats and take a child's pose. All right, child's pose, another opportunity where you can use your block. If you like, take a classic child's pose. That's knees together, big toes touching, hips back towards your heels, arms down by your sides with your palms up. This block, remember, it can bring the ground up to you. Rest your forehead on it if you like. Another option would be to not have the block there and bring your forehead down to your mat. Lengthen through your fingertips. Breathe in, breathe out. Another option is your wide-legged child's pose. Spread your knees wide, keep your big toes together, hips go back to your heels, and this time, Not only are the knees spread, that's the difference, you're going to reach your arms long to the top of the mat. The block, you can rest your forehead on it, or you can scoot the block forward and rest your hands on it and bring your forehead down to your mat. Take a big breath in and a big breath out. Either variation of child's pose is a great stretch in your quadriceps, in your knees, in your ankle, and most importantly, the lengthening in your spine. Tailbone to the back of the room, crown of the head to the front of the room in both poses. In the extended child's pose, the arms can be reaching long, getting into the shoulders. If you're in a classic child's pose and the arms are down, you're working your shoulders away from your ears, finding length there. This block is an added oomph to the pose, stretching out the shoulders even more. In either variation, close your lips and breathe in and out of your nose. If you can, if you like. That allows you to focus on the one and only you. And breathe. Stay in your child's pose longer if you like, or come back to this pose. So just kind of take a little snapshot in time here. Do you like how it feels? It's a resting pose. Come back to it anytime you want. Remember it. I'm going to press on out of this, bringing my hands under my shoulders, bringing my knees together, tucking my toes towards my shins, and I'm going to press on up to a downward facing dog. In the down dog, your body looks like an inverted V. So adjust your feet so you're comfortable and your heels are slightly lifted. Hands, they should be shoulder width distance apart and the hands are spread wide. I'm going to push a little more weight into my thumb and my pointer finger to alleviate any tension on my wrists. Heels are slightly lifted. Crown of the head is down toward the earth as you look back toward your knees or up toward your belly button. Shake your neck and start to take the dog for a walk, we say. Pedal out your heels. One heel closer to the earth than the other. Get your hips moving too. Breathe. Push the earth away. Tailbone up to the sky. Breathe. Still your dog. Walk your feet to meet your hands or walk your hands to meet your feet. Sweep your arms up. Come on up to a standing position. Lengthen up here in your extended mountain pose. We'll do this a lot. You could be seated in a chair, still doing this. You're seated, but your arms are reaching high. Take a big breath in. And a big shoulder softening breath out. Let's do our first Chaturanga Dandasana. Hands to prayer center. Take a big breath in. And a big breath out. Let it go. Fold forward. Walk your hands forward, and you could be standing up against a wall, and imagine the mat as the wall, so you're taking the mat to like 90 degrees. All right, so I'm going to come into a high plank. For your high plank, you're going to hinge forward, shoulders over your wrists, press into the earth, press into your mat. Feet are hip width distance apart, legs are long. High plank. Take it to a low plank, bending the elbows, hugging the earth. Straighten the arms. Breathe. Lift on up. Come on to the tops of your feet. Breathe. You could also come down to your knees if you prefer. Lengthen up. Chest is forward. Upward facing dog. Now it's a down dog time. Bring your feet, soles of your feet. Tuck your toes to your shins. Press on up into a downward facing dog. Pedal it out. Breathe. Shake your neck. Now, let's do it again. Walk your feet or your hands to meet the other. I walk my hands to my feet, but just because of the camera angle, nothing special there. Inhale, arms sweep up. Extended mountain, lengthen. Exhale, hands to prayer center. Fold forward, hinge forward. Fingers come toward the earth. Now this time, take an inhale and a halfway lift. Hands to your shins, squeeze your shoulders back, lengthen through your tailbone and the crown of your head. Back is flat. Exhale, walk it forward. Maybe you're against the wall, remember, come into a high plank. And if you don't like that, take it on your knees, no problem. And then lower, bend the elbows, lower your chest toward the earth, and then scoop your chest on up, tops of your feet are on your mat, take an upward facing dog. Then take a down dog, tuck your feet, hips go high. Lots of ways to do this. Maybe you like to skip the Chaturanga sequence altogether and just come back to your down dog. Just take it slowly, incrementally, do what you can, and don't be angry that you can't do something else today. Maybe tomorrow you can. Walk your hands to meet your feet, or your feet to meet your hands. One more time, arms sweep up. Extended mountain lengthen. Exhale, hands to prayer center, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift, your back is flat, lengthen through your tailbone and the crown of your head. Exhale, plant your hands, walk them forward. Maybe you take a high plank to a low plank, hugging your elbows in. Press the earth away, come up onto the tops of your feet, upward facing dog. Then down dog, hips go high. Breathe and appreciate what you got and take it for a pedal. That's your sun salutation A. Let's go into a sun salutation B. Still your heels. Feet to hands or hands to feet. Inhale, arms sweep up, extended mountain. Lengthen. Now let's take it to a chair pose, Utkatasana. For your chair pose, you bend in your knees. Bend in your knees, reach your arms forward. Utkatasana, chair. So you think like you're sitting back in a little chair. Maybe you're literally sitting in a chair. That's fine. Reach through your fingers, sit lower. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, settle in. Maybe put more weight into your heels. Maybe lift your toes up and give them a wiggle. Try that challenge. Breathe. Plant your feet solidly. Lengthen through your fingers on the inhale. Exhale, hands to prayer center, straighten your knees, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. We've done this before, back is flat. Exhale, plant your hands on your mat, step it back, take your Chaturanga Dandasana if you want. High plank. Exhale, low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Remember your knees, you could be on them if you want. Exhale, down dog, hips are high. Breathe. Inhale, right leg kicks high to the sky. Exhale, sweep it through to a low lunge. The right foot comes between the two front hands. Rise on up to standing. Plant the left foot down. Right foot is down. Feet are solidly down. Left foot is at a 45 or 90 degree angle. Right toes point to the top of your mat. Bend into the right knee, so the right knee is over the right ankle. So get nestled in here. Your hips are kind of pointing forward toward your camera, and then towards your TV, and then your right knee is over your right ankle. Tee out your arms, think warrior. Strong here. Lift your chest. Palms are face down. Breathe. Big breath in, squeeze the mat with your thighs. Lengthen up, then look to the right. Exhale, reach to the front of the room. Then tick-tock your arms 6 and 12. You could push your forearm into your right thigh. You could extend the right arm long, reaching the fingers down toward the earth. Let the left arm go up toward the sky and maybe look up to your left hand. Breathe. Inhale, reverse warrior. Come on back up, shoulders over hips, left hand down, right arm up. Look up. Breathe. And now this time, come back. We're gonna do something different. Come back to teeing out your arms. Resettle in that front knee. Let's take a triangle pose. So take your right hand and bring it on down inside your right thigh, palm open. Straighten the right leg, that's the difference, and lift your left arm up to the sky. Look up. Maybe your left hip, bring it back more toward the back of the room and look up. There's your triangle. Let's bend the knee back into your warrior two pose. Arms reach, lengthen up through the crown of your head, squeeze your mat. On this exhale, cartwheel your arms. Surround your right front foot. Send your right foot back to meet your left. Take your high plank. Exhale to your low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Hips are high. Your body looks like an inverted V. Your tailbone goes high up to the sky. When you're ready, kick your left leg high. Exhale, sweep it through to your low lunge. Inhale, rise up. Same pose, just on the other side. Feet are planted solidly. That back foot is down. Bend into your left knee over ankle. Arms tee out. Squeeze the mat. Lengthen up. Strong warrior. Breathe. Breathing's the best part. Look to the left. Exhale, reach to the left. Tick-tock your arms, whichever way you like on that bottom arm. Breathe. Look up. Inhale, reverse warrior. Right arm comes down. Left arm goes up. You're still looking up. Breathe. Come back to your warrior two. Arms are teed out. Rebend into that left knee. You want to try to get this thigh as parallel to the earth as you can. Lengthen up. When you're ready, left arm comes inside the left thigh. Open it up, nice and long and straight. Right arm goes high, and the left leg now straightens. Breathe. Press your forearm into your thigh. Look up to the sky. You got it. Inhale, come back to your warrior two. Cartwheel your arms. Chaturanga Dandasana. Hands surround the left front foot. Left foot goes back to meet the right. High plank. Exhale, low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Pedal, breathe. Still your feet. Hands to feet, feet to hands, or whatever works. Inhale, arms sweep up, extended mountain. Exhale, sit into your chair pose. Reach, lengthen, do what you can. Do what you can with what you got. Breathe. Most importantly, be happy for what you got. Sink lower, breathe. When you're ready, straighten the legs, hands to first center. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift, hands to your shins. When you're ready, fold forward, hands come down or against the wall, and you come into your chaturanga dandasana or whatever you like. High plank, low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg kicks high. Exhale, sweep it through, low lunge. Rise up, plant your feet, tee out your arms, warrior two. Sink low, squeeze the mat energetically. Look to the right. Exhale, reach to the right. Tick-tock, 6 and 12, look up. Inhale, reverse warrior, right arm high, left arm low. Exhale, back to your warrior two. Straighten the front leg. Tick-tock your arms 6 and 12. Press into the knee, inner knee for your triangle pose. Look up. Come back to your warrior two. Inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, cartwheel your arms. Surround the right front foot. Right foot goes back to meet the left. High plank, low plank, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. When you're ready, pedal it out a bit if you like. Kick your left leg high to the sky. Sweep it through to a low lunge. Rise on up, warrior two. Squeeze the mat, lengthen up, look to the left, reach to the left. Tick-tock 6 and 12, look up. Inhale, reverse warrior, right arm down, left arm up. Exhale, back to your warrior two. Left arm inside the left front thigh, right arm high, straighten the leg, triangle pose, look up. When you're ready, rebend the knee, come back to your warrior two. Inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, cartwheel your arms, chaturanga dandasana. Left foot meets right, high plank, low plank. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Breathe, tailbone high. Pedal it out. Take the dog for a walk. Finish up, hinge forward. Bend your knees, hover your knees above the mat. Shoulders over your wrists, push into your hands. Push the earth away, hold here in your bear plank. You are strong. Finish, come down to your knees. Let's go into some core things. All right, how are you doing? You did your sun A, you did your sun B, you did your warm up, you did a triangle pose. Let's do some other core things. I'm gonna grab a drink. How do you feel right now? Don't you feel more energized? Don't you feel just better? You already feel stronger. You're getting stronger every little move you make. Getting stronger every day. All right, so we're gonna do our 3 little core sequence poses. If you wanna use your strap for your boat pose, have it nearby so you don't have to scramble for it in the end. I'm not gonna use it. Today, usual things. Soles of the feet touch, knees open wide. You could have a block under your feet if you want to do that. Up to you, just variations. Hands to prayer center, lengthen up. Exhale, come on down to fully reclined. In this reclined position, hike your heels up more towards your groin. Bring your fingertips lightly to your temples, elbows open wide. Maybe this is where you stay. I'm gonna do some little Supta Baddha Konasana sit-ups. Exhale, air out of your lungs. Chin rises up to the sky. Exhale down. Inhale down. Exhale up. Inhale down. Lift and lower to your pace. Keep your elbows open good and wide. Knees too, open good and wide. Breathe. Lift, lower. You got it. Maybe breathe in and out of your mouth. Let some heat go. You did 2 cycles of warrior pose. You're strong. Warrior 2, you did it. Breathe. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Lift and lower, and finish. Come on down, all the way down. Let's do bicycle. Lots of variations. Knees meet at the midline of your body. Soles of your feet are down. Let's just lift it up through the chest here. Lift through the chest, opposite elbow toward opposite knee. Just take little twists. That's a fine variation. If you would like, bring the shoulders down. Bring the knees up over the hips, shins parallel to the sky. You can drive through the heel as you ride a recumbent bicycle. That sounds like fun. I never quite got those, but maybe you like them. All right, maybe this is the pose for you today. Keep your tailbone down. Put it all together by bringing the fingers lightly to the temples. Peel the shoulders on up, opposite elbow toward opposite knee as you bicycle through the legs. Opposite leg extends. When one, you bend. All right, maybe straighten your legs and scissor kick. Breathe in your variation of your bicycle pose. Let's finish here. Bend your knees, hands behind your knees. Hug them in, hold them here. Let's rock and roll up for boat pose. Now, if you have osteoporosis or osteopenia, you know what you can do and what you can't do. Check with your doctor. If you can rock on your spine, go ahead and rock a couple of times back and forth. Build confidence. Have a little bit of fun. Trust yourself. Breathe. Come on up to seated. Maybe you use your strap. Now's the time to grab it and put it under your feet if you want. I'm going to hold on to the backs of my knees. Lean on back as if I were in a recliner. Back is straight, crown of the head up toward the sky. I'm going to straighten one leg, then the other. Maybe bring both feet up off of the mat. Maybe straighten both legs and hold here. Chest is lifted. Other things to lift here are the corners of your mouth. Put a smile on your face. Come on. Do it. It makes you feel better. Maybe release one hand and or the other. Breathe. Maybe play with the hands a little bit by bringing them up overhead or a little more towards your backside. Breathe. Breathe. Hands to prayer center. Put a little bend in your knees or bring your feet down. It's up to you. Row the boat. One elbow down, then the other. Twist, twist, twist as you row, row, row your boat. Hello to Stan, Liz, Betty, Tammy, Esther, Margarita, Kelly, Rena, Tim, Jim, Colin, Barbara, Elizabeth. You got it. All right, let's finish. Come back to the midline of your body. Bend your knees. Hug your feet in, in. Wrap your forearms around your shins. Whew. Tuck your forehead to your knees. Press on up to your toes. Maybe find a little bit of balance here. She thinks we're done. Maybe we are done. Nope, we're going to keep on going because we got the courage. We got the strength. We're strong in mind. We're strong in spirit. And we're getting stronger in body. All right, tuck your forehead toward your knees. Breathe. Plant your feet down. You did it. Nice job. All right, let's crisscross at the ankles. Come into your downward facing dog. Excuse me. Come into your downward facing dog. Once in your down dog, pedal it out. Whew. Breathe, shake your neck. You got it. Still your feet. Walk your feet to meet your hands or your hands to meet your feet. Let's do gorilla pose. So you're going to place your hands, palms of your hands, underneath your feet from the top. So slide your palm of your hand under your foot so the tops of your toes are touching your wrists. All right, feet a little bit apart. Put a bend in your knees, elbows wide to the sides of your mat. Look back to your knees or between your legs. Pull through the arms. Breathe here in your gorilla pose, Padahastasana. You got it. All right, remove your hands from your feet. Give them a little wiggle. Ooh, they like that. Walk your feet closer together. Roll your spine up, one vertebra at a time. Come on up to standing. Take an extended mountain pose. Lengthen through your arms. Come into a chair pose. Bend your knees. Hands to prayer center. Let's do a prayer twist. All right, so your heels. Weight more back into your heels. Keep your knees together. They are glued together. The tendency here is to have one pop forward of the other. Keep them together. Hands to prayer center. When you're ready, left elbow to the outside of the right knee. Hand stack, elbow stack. You're looking down at your two big toes. Lengthen up to the crown of your head. Exhale, twist to the right as you look to your hands. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Look up to your elbow. Check out your knees. Make sure the left knee doesn't want to pop forward. Twist here. Great pose for golfers. All right, when you're ready, palms are together. Open them up. Left fingers down, right fingers up. Open up, open up, open up. Look up. Finish. Hands back to prayer center. Slowly take it back to the middle. Breathe here. Lengthen up. Got another side to do. Let's take the right elbow to the outside of the left knee. Feet are together, knees are together. Right elbow outside of the left knee. Oh, the right knee wants to go forward. Bring it back. Who's in control here? Bring it on back. Hands are stacked. Elbows are stacked. You're looking at your big toes. Lengthen through your spine. Exhale, twist. Look to the left of your mat. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Maybe look to your hands. Look to over your shoulder. Breathe in your chair. Prayer. Twist. Let the right hand come down. Let the left arm go up. Look up, look up, look up as best you can. Reach. And then finish. Hands back to prayer center. Straighten through the legs. Fold forward. Gaze back to your knees. Walk your hands forward. Walk your feet back. Time for a chaturanga dandasana. You can stay in your down dog if you like. I'm going to hinge forward, high plank. Low plank, exhale. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. Hips go high. Breathe, breathe, breathe. We'll start with the right leg. When you're ready, kick the right leg high. Exhale, sweep it through to a low lunge. Bring the right foot in between the two front hands. Rise on up, but this time, you're facing that short side of your mat. Right toes are forward. You're facing that direction. Left toes are forward, but the heel is lifted. Now bend into your knees. Oh, bend into your knees. Breathe. Right knee over right ankle. Maybe wiggle your toes more forward. Breathe here. Come into your lunge. Now you can bring the back knee down on the mat if you prefer, or you can just hover it above the earth. Arms sweep up if you like. Take a baby back bend. Inhale, arms back up to center. Exhale, arms to prayer center. When you're ready, left elbow outside of the right knee. Arms open up, look up, breathe. Taking it in your lunge. If you're on your bottom back knee, you are working on the twist. If the knee is lifted, you're working on your balance. Hands back to prayer center. Bring them back to center. Come down to that back knee if you're not already there. Top of the left foot on your mat. Wiggle your right toes to the top right corner of your mat. We do lunges every day in our practice. Here you go. We're putting it to practice when you're ready. So let's take this into our runner's lunge. Hands come inside the right front foot. Left leg is long and straight on your mat. Put a towel under your knee if that feels better. Wiggle your right foot up to the top right corner of your mat. You could have a block here and handy as well. Open up your right knee to the side of the room if you like, coming onto the pinky edge side of your right foot. Press into your hands, into the mat, into the block, or bring your forearms down to the block or down to the earth. You decide. It's your runner's lunge. We go quickly in this practice. We're going to come out of this pose now. Press into your hands. We'll start with a side plank. Bring the right foot back to meet the left. Left hand is your foundation, shoulder over wrist. You can be on your bottom knee. Right leg can extend long. Right arm high up to the sky. Right leg can lift. Another option. You always want to keep shoulder over wrist for strength and stability. Both legs can go long and you can kickstand them. Right foot in front of the left and lift up. You can stack your ankles, press into the earth, look up. There's your side plank. Hands come down, pedal it out in a down dog. Oh, why not? Let's do a chaturanga dandasana. If you like, hinge forward, high plank. Exhale, low plank. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Left leg kicks high. Exhale, sweep it through. Low lunge. Rise on up to your lunge, your variation, your way of taking it. How deep do you want to put that bend in the knees? Breathe. Maybe arms lift up and you take a little back bend. Reach. Exhale, hands to prayer center. Right elbow outside of the left knee this time. Remember that back knee. If it's up, you're balancing. If it's down, you're deepening your twist. You decide. Look to the hands. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, look up toward the elbow or higher. Breathe. Finish. Hands back to prayer center. Come down to that bottom knee if you're not already there. Wiggle your left toes. Top corner of the mat. Slip a towel under your right knee if that feels better. Right leg is long and straight with the top of the foot on the mat. Hands inside your left foot. Breathe here. Open up the left foot to the pinky edge side if you like. You don't have to. Hands can be on the mat. Hands can be on a block. Forearms can be on your block. Forearms can be on your half block as you work toward getting closer to the ground, or bring them down to the earth. Breathe. Lengthen through your spine. Breathe. Time to finish. Press into your hands. Arms are straight. Send your left foot back to meet your right. And let's come into a side plank on this side. Right arm is the foundation. Remember, shoulder over wrists. Take the variation that you like. Remember, we did 3 of them. Lift out of your hips. Look up to the sky. Push the earth away. There you are in your variation of your side plank. Good job. Hands come down. Hips go high. Pedal it out and breathe. Whew. Shake your head. You got it. Oh, why not? Chaturanga Dandasana if you like. Hinge forward, high plank. Exhale, low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Tailbone high to the sky, pedal. Breathe. Walk your feet to meet your hands or your hands to meet your feet. You decide how you want it to be. When you're ready, sweep your arms up. Extended mountain. Let's do some balancing. Lengthen up. Exhale, hands to prayer center. Close your eyes. Take a moment here. Take a moment in your Samastitihi pose. Eyes closed. Big breath in. Shoulder softening, breath out. Just kind of reevaluate. A little bit of self-praise here. I'm doing it. I've got courage. I am strong, and I am getting stronger. It'll make me more flexible, more mobile, more stable as I live my life off of the mat. Take a big breath in. And a big breath out. Tree pose, Vrksasana. All right, hands to prayer center. You can have the chair here for balance. Weight into the left leg, right knee opens to the side. Barbie doll kickstand the foot, or bring the foot inside the calf, or up into the thigh. Just don't push the foot into the knee. Knees aren't meant to go sideways. Check out your hips. They should be equidistant to the front of your room. Hands can stay at prayer center, or you can grow your branches. Look up to where the ceiling and the wall meet. That's a really helpful cue. Really helps you stay focused. Sway your branches. Take a long blink as you try to maybe close your eyes for a second. Let your proprioception kick in. Your body's ability to know where it is in space without the eyes helping it. All right, hands back to prayer center. Guide the right knee to the front of the room. Plant the right foot down next to the left. When you're ready, other side. No surprises. Root into the right foot. Open up the left knee to the side. Place the foot wherever is right for you today. Nestle in to your variation of the tree pose. There are lots of different trees, lots of different shapes, lots of different stages. Take what's right for you. Breathe. Push that leg into the foot and the foot back into the leg. It helps. Take a long blink if you like. If you fall out, no big deal. Get right back in. And on a positive note, get back in. If you've fallen out, don't quit. Hands back to prayer center. Guide the knee to the front of the room. Left foot meets right. Now you're standing on your mat. Take a big step out with your right foot. Toppling tree. Interlace your fingers behind your low back. Send the weight more into your right leg. Little bend in your right knee feels good. Don't lock it out. Left leg lifts. Work your fingers away from your low back. As you look down to your mat, maybe to your toes, maybe to your ankle, maybe to your knees, maybe up towards your belly button. Send your arms high up to the sky. Lift the leg. Breathe in your toppling tree. Finish up. Come back. Left leg meets right. Right foot steps back. Left leg steps forward. Chest is open and lifted. Work those interlaced fingers down toward the earth. Chest is lifted. Breathe. Hinge forward onto the left leg. Right leg lifts a little bit or a lot. Work the fingers away from the low back. Take your toppling tree. Finish. Right foot meets left. Come back to hands at prayer center in this Samastitihi pose. Lengthen up. And exhale. Breathe. Eagle pose, Garandasana. You could do this seated in the chair and into the standing position. You can do just the arms or just the legs or put them all together. All right, so here's how you want to start. Standing up or seated. Lift your arms high to the sky. Put a bend in your knees. Breathe. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my right arm. Lots of ways to do the arms too. You keep them at prayer center. Bring them to opposite shoulders. You decide what feels good for you. I'm going to sweep my right arm under my left. Palms come to touch. Elbows squeeze down. Look over your fingers. Don't look down at the ground. Look over your fingers. breathe. Squeeze the elbows down. I'm going to take my right leg and take the weight out of it. You decide how far you want to go here. I'm going to cross the right leg over the left, hugging high in the upper inner thighs. Top of the right foot behind the left calf. Sink low and squeeze and breathe. Squeeze all that you got. You got it. Right foot meets left. Arms go high. Unwind, uncurl. Take a baby back bend. Come back to your extended mountain. Come back to your chair. Exhale, bend the knees. Other side. Take the arm variations that speak to you. Right now, I'm going to slip my left arm under my right. Palms touch. Squeeze the elbows down. Right foot's now my foundation, and my left leg lifts. Left leg crosses over the right. Breathe here, hang out here, or tuck the right foot behind, the left foot behind the right calf. Squeeze the elbows down, look forward. Squeeze, lower, squeeze. You got it. Hold on, you're strong. Release the left foot down. Arms go high, uncurl. Take an extended mountain, take a baby back bend. Keep your arms high and lifted. We're gonna go right into dancer. Arms are lifted high. Circle that right arm back with nice big circles to the back of the room. So we're gonna do the right side first. So root into your left foot. Take the weight out of the right, reach through your left fingers. When you're ready, the right arm is gonna reach inside your right foot and capture it. Knees are gonna wanna go apart, bring them back together. All 5 fingers inside the right foot. Lengthen up. Now kick into your back hand. Kick into your back hand toward the back wall. You're going to counterbalance by reaching the left arm forward. You're going to kick toward the back wall, then kick up toward the sky. Reach, kick, breathe. Finish. Right foot comes down. Both arms go back up. Keep them up. Left arm circles around and around. Do the other side. Root through your right leg. Weight out of the left. Maybe you stay right here. Don't sweat it. Left arm reaches around, captures the inside of the left foot. Lengthen up through the right fingertips. Knees are together, lengthen up. Maybe you stay right here. Exhale, kick your foot back into the hand. Hinge forward as you counterbalance. Left foot kicks to the back, kicks up to the sky, and you reach. And then finish. Left foot meets right. Arms come back to prayer center. Take a deep breath in. Oh, and a deep breath out, let it go. Spread your legs wide, blink your eyes open, 5-pointed star. Wiggle your hips and breathe. Press the backs of your hands to the back of the room. You got it. You're feeling good. Why not? We deserve to feel good. When you're ready, horse pose. Oh no, Pasarita Padahastasana first. Let your hands come parallel to your arms are teed out, palms face down, hinge forward. Your back is flat. Once you get past that flat point, bring your hands to your calves. Pull onto your calves. Look between your legs. Breathe. Tee out your arms. Rise on up. Come back to your 5-pointed star. Wiggle your hips and breathe. Hands to prayer center. Spread your legs a little bit wider. Maybe your heels come in a little bit. Bend into your knees. Take horse pose. In your horse pose, come up onto the balls of your feet if you like, and then start to alternate heel touchdowns. Breathe. Sink a little lower if you like. Rise on up onto the balls of those feet and pulse, pulse, pulse down. Shoulders are over your hips. You got it. You're strong. Whoo, you're feeling in the inner thighs that same feeling you felt when you energetically engage the thighs, squeezing the mat together in your warrior 2 pose, right? Sink low, hold it low, pedal it out a little bit more, heels touch down. Let the heels meet on the ground, explode into a 5-pointed star, wiggle your hips. Feet meet, arms meet overhead, hands come to prayer center, exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift, back is flat, breathe. Exhale, plant your hands on your mat, step it back, and let's do Chaturanga Dandasana. High plank, maybe you can do it on your knees, remember that. Low plank, inhale, upward facing dog, exhale, down dog. Time for half pigeon, Ekapada Rajakapotasana. Right leg kicks high. Exhale, right knee, right wrist. Left leg slides along onto your mat, top of the left foot on your mat. Maybe work your right shin. So maybe work it a little more parallel to the top of the mat. Slip your block behind your right glutes. Press into your hands, press down into your forearms, or elbows go wide and you rest your head on your hands. Half pigeon pose. Soften in your shoulders, soften in your hips. big hip mobility pose. We'll do this longer in our Thursday and our Sunday restorative practice. Right now, time to come out. Press into your hands. Tuck your back left toes under. Remove your block. Send the right leg back to meet the left, and then shake it out in a three-legged down dog. Circle the leg around. Let it change the planes of motion of your body. Cross the planes of motion, and then finish. Come down to your downward facing dog. Left leg kicks high. Exhale, sweep it through. Same thing, half pigeon on this side. Left knee, left wrist. Right leg long and straight on your mat. Shin maybe a wee bit more parallel to the top of your mat. Using a block, slip it under your left glutes to keep your hips equal distant to your mat. Maybe you stay on your hands. You bend your elbows. Come on down. Maybe head rests on your hands. Soften your shoulders away from your ears. Send breath to your hips to take the tension away there. Don't hold on, let go. This is your half pigeon. Let's come out of it now. Press into your hands if you're not already there. Remove the block. Tuck your right back toes under. Send the left leg back to meet the right and take it in your three-legged down dog. Breathe. Feet meet on the mat. Down dog, breathe. Inhale, hinge forward, high plank. Hold it for a second. Come on down to your belly. Lower all the way down. That's a nice welcome surprise, isn't it? All right, let's do cobra pose. All right, for your cobra pose, Bhujangasana. Hands are under your collarbones. Legs are long on your mat. Big toes are touching each other. Pressing the tops of your feet into your mat. Hug your elbows toward your upper back. So think of how a cobra looks. Long tail. The fan is like your arms. Nose down on your mat. On your inhale, lift on up. Look down your nose. Keep the tops of your feet down. Keep lifting on the inhale. Press into your hands with little weight, or press on into your fingertips with little weight, or no weight at all in your hands. Squeeze your elbows towards your spine. Squeeze your elbows towards your feet. Lift a little higher, and then finish. Come on down. Arms down by your sides. Turn your head so your left cheek or left ear is on the mat. Breathe. That's your cobra pose. All right, let's do Dhanurasana. Bring your chin back to the center of your mat. Take your feet, bend your knees, and take your hands and reach for your feet. Reach for your feet, capture your feet, wiggle your knees together, breathe. Kind of like kick yourself in the bottom. Hold it here, chin is back to the center of your mat. Exhale the air out of your lungs. Inhale, kick hard into your feet. Lift on up through your chest, balance on your pelvis, look down your nose, kick hard in your feet, and finish. Come on down. Arms down, legs down, turn your head. This time put your right cheek or your right ear on your mat. Breathe. Whew. Finish. Chin back to the center of your mat. All of these are spine strengthening postures. Bend your elbows, hands underneath your collarbones. Press on up through a seal pose. Breathe. Soften in your glutes so your hips go wide. Breathe. Come on up to a standing on your knees position. In your standing on your knees position, you can take a block. Kind of nice to do for stability. Take your block, place it between your ankles. Yesterday, I think it was yesterday, we did camel twist. Today we'll do a full camel if you like, or take the variation that speaks to you. Everybody's body's different, every day is different. Camel's an intense pose. Place your hands at your low back, fingers toward the earth, elbows squeezed back, so your hands are like going into pockets of jeans. Press your hips forward, look up to where the ceiling and the wall meet. Maybe look higher, right overhead. Maybe you can look back toward where the ceiling and the wall meet at the back of your room. Maybe you find that block and balance your fingers on it, or maybe you reach for your heels. Look back, breathe, finish. Hands back to your low back, shoulders over your hips. Come on out of the pose. Remove the block, have a seat on your heels in what is called a thunderbolt pose. So close your eyes here just for a second. I'm going to grab a drink of water, then we'll go into our seated fold. All right, how are you doing? You've done some pretty amazing things. You know what's kind of fun is to watch the broadcast afterward and scrub through it really fast. So you take like 10 seconds to do the whole thing. Look at how many movements you've done. It's pretty incredible. You've moved your body so many different ways. It loves you for it. All right, come on down on your bottom. Toes up toward the sky. A little more of a challenge today. Place the block underneath your feet. Act as if, you were standing on the block. Arms lift high to the sky. Exhale, reach forward. Reach, reach, reach. If you're seated in a chair, you're hinging forward, reaching toward your feet. Breathe. I'm going to reach for either my calves, my ankles, my feet, or the challenge today, the block. Hold on to the block. Little bend in your knees might feel good. Bring your gaze to your knees. And then finish. Remove the block. Spread your legs wide. A block or two or three or however many you want between your legs. Legs spread wide. Lengthen up through your spine. Maybe forearms come onto the blocks. But the idea is you want to kind of hinge forward a little bit here. Adjust the height of your blocks however you like to make it doable for you. Breathe. Breathe. Blocks however you want. Breathe. Maybe open up the legs a little bit wider. Maybe rest your head on your block and breathe. Finish up, shoulders over your hips. We'll do that pose longer too in our Thursday and Sunday restorative practice. Bring your legs together, bridge pose. Bring your towel and or your little eye shade up to around your shoulders. Bring the blocks down to the bottom of your mat. Good things are going to happen. All right, so come on down, all the way down to your back, bridge pose, arms down by your sides. Shoulders away from your ears, knees are bent, feet under your knees, press on up to a bridge pose. Feel the stretch in the front of your hips. Breathe, lift your hips nice and high, breathe. Marching bridge, just lift one leg, then the other, and march, and march, and march. Maybe you want to do it on the balls of your feet. Lift, keep your hips lifted, breathe, march through your bridge, breathe. You got it. Plant one foot, the left foot, I'm going to plant solidly on the ground. I'm going to send my right foot up to the sky, draw the toes toward the shin, and pulse. Pulse, keep the hips lifted. Pulse that flat foot up to the sky. Right foot comes down to the earth, and the leg switch rolls. Right foot plants, left leg lifts, toes to the shin, hips are lifted. Pulse the left leg up to the sky. Breathe. As you're ready, finish. Bend the left leg, bring it back down. Both soles of the feet are on the mat. Lift high through your hips. Wiggle your shoulders closer together. Arms down by your sides. Maybe interlace your fingers underneath your low back and press your pinkies into the mat. Hips are lifted high. Release your fingers. If you interlace them, roll your spine down one vertebra at a time. You got this. Oh my goodness. Left leg goes long, right knee, hug it in nice and tightly. Circle the ankle in one direction, then circle it in the other. Right leg goes long to meet the left. Send the left knee up toward the chest. Interlace your fingers or use your little towel and hug the left knee in. Hug it in. As you hug it in, circle the ankle in one direction, circle the ankle in the other direction. When you're ready, bend both knees and hug the left knee toward the left armpit, right knee toward the right armpit. Rock a little bit from side to side. Maybe take your hands inside the calves or capture your heels for happy baby Ananda Balasana. Left leg goes high, then you rebend it and the right leg goes high. Whew, breathe. You got this happy baby pose. Breathe. Courage to try. Don't you wonder what you could do if your mind didn't get in the way, telling you, oh, I can't, I just can't. All right, rebend the knees, hug them in towards your chest, elbows are hugged in too. Peel your shoulders on up, maybe kiss your knees in gratitude. Send your legs long, find those blocks at the bottom of your mat, and elevate your feet. Cover your eyes with your eye shade or your little towel as we come into the best pose, final shavasana. All right, got my feet lifted. You can have the blocks at whatever height you like. Arms down by your sides, palms face up, eyes covered, makes a difference. Breathe. Come back to the peace in your breath. Your body is heavy. No thoughts quite yet, just breathe deeply. Soften your face to include the area between your eyebrows, your jaws, even your ears. Think of them as soft and going back to the mat. No thoughts, just be. You don't have to do, just be. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. You know, we're closing out the practice. We're pretty close to closing out the month as well. A month of joy, a month of bliss, a month after the rush of the holidays, where many of us set resolutions. Maybe your resolutions have evolved into rituals now, like your yoga. Think of it as a time for you to find peace. And as you establish your little routines, maybe you have your remote control right by you and you put me on mute so you can enjoy your final shavasana longer. But if it's time for you to carry on with your day and live your life off your mat, start to wiggle your fingers and toes, circle the wrists and the ankles. Inhale, take a big good morning stretch and just reach. Feel good, enjoy the movement. Exhale, bend your knees and roll into a fetal position onto one side or the other using your low arms. Bicep is a pillow for your head. Eyes are closed, top shoulders soft. Savor this breath here, this moment. Deep breath in and deep breath out. As you're ready, slowly press on up, however you want to get there, to a comfortable seated position. Bring your hands to prayer center, eyes remain closed, lengthen up. Just give yourself this last little breath of peace. Big breath in and big breath out. Gently blink your eyes open. You did it. I hope you stuck around for the whole hour. It goes by quickly. You had the courage of mind and spirit to stick around and to try something new, to stick around and give yourself the time, the gift of time. All right, stress number you took in the beginning. What was it? And what is it? Makes a difference, doesn't it? All right, so as you go on with your day, be strong, be healthy, and be happy. From all of us to you, much love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. Love you guys. See you on your mats tomorrow. Bye. Have a good day. Good girl. You're a good girl. Yes, good girl. Bye. As we wrap up this last full week of joyous January, continue with your yoga. Just remember and think about how much joy it brings you and how much flexibility and mobility it brings you to your body. And you got to find the positive in everything. Like Einstein said, and this is a lovely thing, he said that you got to find the joy in everything. You either think everything is a miracle or nothing is a miracle. Let's focus on everything is a miracle. Your progress, your ability to move, your ability to do your yoga. It's all a miracle. It's all a joyous miracle. Continue with it. Ask your friends to join our yoga. They can join us every day from the privacy of their own home. As you know, it is free for anybody and everybody, and I hope you're having fun with it, and I hope they will too. You can check out our website. It's www.316yoga.com if you'd like to support our broadcast. Have a great day. See you on your mats tomorrow, and find miracles miracles in all that you do.